Good evening and welcome to Tuesday Oil Chats with Tia. In one sense, but the post itself said go grey for May, which for me, love it. Awesome. I'm there. Like no hair dye this month. I'm sticking to my whole low tox thing. As it is, the way I do my hair is very spasmodic and not too chemically enriched. So currently, I'm just going to go grey for May. Now, as part of that, I think that at the end of May, I will make a donation to Louisa's Go Grey for May um, initiative. So it's to raise awareness and money for brain cancer research. And it is something close to a dear friend of mine, Louisa's heart, as it is something that her sister has suffered from. So that is the thing. I will actually put the link in the post so that if anybody else is interested in going grey for May, then yes, please do, because like I said, excellent cause. And sad that we need to make the governments and the medical things sort of realize that they need more and that we have to provide it, but it is just a matter of finding one that or finding causes that are close to you. And okay, I haven't suffered from this one, but my friend has gone through this one, so that is go grey for me. So don't expect any pink hair this month. We'll probably rethink that by June, but for May, that is the plan. Anyway, today I thought that I would, with Mother's Day coming up, and I know it's not that far away, it's only a few days away. I thought that what we might do today is talk about just a couple of things for Mum. Okay, so I thought that we would talk about blending your oils, because a lot of people go, how do you know what to put in it? Because we talk a lot about we already know that quality over quantity is the go for your oil, so always look for good oils. Okay, that said, if we do want to use them as perfume, okay, we can completely make our own perfume, and to do that, it's a matter of blending it. And for me, like, you can do it in spray. Oh, pardon me. You can do it in spray bottles. You can do it in all sorts of things. My favorite, though, is in roller bottles. And I've got some gorgeous roller bottles ready for Mother's Day. That lid kind of looks silver there. It's actually rose gold. Okay, so this one, and it comes in two sizes. There's a 10 mil and a 5 mil. Like, oh gosh, 10 mil and a 5 mil, and they're a rose gold bottle with rose quartz inside them. So with those, that's my favorite way of making a perfume, is in something pretty like that, or even like a thin line bottle. See how that one's a real thin bottle compared to our normal. So they're both 10 mil bottles, but one's a taller, thinner bottle. Okay, so you've got lots of choices. I grabbed a few other bottles out as well, because I do have lots of choices for bottles. There's one with amethyst in it. There are frosted white ones. There's frosted black ones. And there's also this awesome pack of multicolored, of frosted colored ones. And that's 5 mil, but I've also got that in 10 mil. And I'm going to show you in a minute where to get those. So we might do the salesy bit first today, because why not? Okay, now those are available through my website. So I'll show you how to get there in a second. The other thing is these. These are little oil Huggies, and these are gorgeous. I've got 3 different colours in stock. Now, with the little oil Huggie, inside you'll see this bit actually comes out. Okay, so you can wash it if you need to, but that bit holds 4 roller bottles. So you can pop your ready-made perfumes in there, or if you've got, one that you've made up as a perfume, and then you've got your oil for headaches, and you've got your oil for anxiety, and, for good measure, your ice blue for your for the pain in your knee this week, then you could carry all 4 in something really pretty. Okay, so that is those, and they're in the same space. Now, the bonus is anyone that orders any of the things from the site I'm about to show you, I'm going to throw in a pink, because it's Mother's Day, oil key. Now, the oil key is really handy when we are looking at making our own oils, okay, or blending our own oils, because when we take the lid off, we've still got that roller and the cap there, and some of them will come off fairly easy. Okay, I need to adjust that, don't I, so you can see. How's that? Okay, but if you've got one of these, see how it's got a big side and a little side? So it depends what size bottle you're opening. Okay, this particular one is the bigger one. Okay, most of these bottles, the little one is if you've got like the little 2 ml tester size ones. Okay, you just put it between the glass and the stopper, and literally your stopper pulls straight out so that it is nice and easy to add your oils or whatever you're going to use. Now remember, doTERRA have there is the beautiful, I didn't even think to grab those. You've got your fractionated coconut oil, and then there is a body oil, and then there is a sensitive oil that's a really nice one. So they're great bases for your perfumes. Now, once you put it back in, for me, that's as far as it went. But if I use my little key again, okay, and put it over top, right, you'll see I put it over top and it's in now properly. So the key is really cool. So the key is free for anyone that orders anything from the range that I'm about to show you. So any of your bottles, your storage, and I'll show you the other things. I've got some other things there, but I'll show you those later. We are, of course, going to talk about the oils, but I thought, like I said, I will show you how to get hold of the how to find all those bottles. Okay, now I have redone the website, so here it is. When you go into the website, you have, let me just get to the page so I can show you. You have this button here. This one will take you to all the classes that we have done. So whether or not you're looking for different, oils for your kids, oils for menopause, oils for teenagers, click on here. You'll find the live stream classes, you'll find the self-paced classes with all the notes and everything there. Now you can either press on the picture or on take me to class. Okay, now this one here, this will take you to oils. It will show you all the oils. There's lots of information about doTERRA on there. So if you go to that one, that will show you there. Now you can jump into our group from there. You can open your own wholesale account from there. Or if you're just interested in buying some oils, you can send me a message from there. So that is for the oils, that one. So take me shopping. This one here, this is the one we want. And here's the little hint. See how it's got all the little bottles, and there's the Huggie. Okay, if you click on this one, and I don't think it'll open in a new page. So it's going to, I need to go there with you for that one, but that's okay. If you click on that one, you will find all the other stuff. So the storage boxes, the soap kits, the positivity cards, the blending bottles, you will find all the other stuff that you're looking for there. So you've got your classes, you've got your oils, and you've got more. So that's your 3 buttons at the top when you go into my website now. Okay, so there you go. Welcome to the gateway. And enjoy. You can please explore it. Now, because I have just fixed it all up, hopefully I've fixed it all up. If you do find any links that don't work, please just screenshot them and let me know. I'm going back through it all and just making sure that everything's linked up where it's supposed to. But if you do find any areas where I have missed, please just screenshot it and let me know. That would be great. I would really appreciate that. Now, we're going to talk about blending oils. As promised, that's what I said. So I'm going to, I do have a few notes, but that's okay. Okay, what I want to do is give you 5 easy steps for making your own oil blend. Okay, now the first step, of course, is intention, because we all know that our mindset and our thought process is huge, and it affects our energy, it affects everything around us. And when you're using your oils, it's a really nice place to start. Okay, so the intention, we can write it down. The intention of this blend is to help with, and then what do you want it for? Because that is where we start. Okay, what is it for? Is it to support sleep? Is it to smell good? Is it to, help us shift something? Is it like, what is it for? What ailment? It's only a question to help you set the intention. What ailment are you trying to soothe? For example, do you need it to help with the sore knee, or do you want it to relieve a headache, or do you want it to boost your self-confidence? Do you want it to help with your self-esteem? Do you want it to cuddle you? Like, what do you want it to do? Okay. How do you want to improve your physical or emotional state? Okay, I'll be using this, like I said, self-confidence, self-esteem, to comfort a broken heart. Like, what are we using it for? And once you decide the intention, that's your key intention. Okay, that's the centerpiece of the blend that you're going to make. So we can write it down. The intention of this blend is to help with, and then write down what you're using it for. Okay. That's step 1. Step 2, geez, I should do a reel. 1, 2, 3. Nah, don't get carried away. Okay, step 2 is our approach to it. Okay, how are you going to approach your key intention? Remember, we just wrote that down in step 1. So step 2, how are we going to approach that? Are you going to try and focus on easing physical discomfort? Like reducing inflammation or pain in sore knee? Are you going to try and soothe emotional distress, like the broken heart, or boost self-esteem? Okay, or perhaps you've observed a mind-body connection, like a bellyache brought on by emotional stress. Okay, and you want to approach creating the blend holistically. Some thoughts for you. Write it down. So step 2, my approach in creating this blend is, okay, so you can think whether it's holistic, whether it's medicinal, whether it's, for emotional support, well-being, whatever you choose. So, and we haven't even looked at oils yet, but that's step 1 and step 2. Okay, so our key intention and our approach, they're the first 2. Step 3, though, is to select our essential oils, which is always the fun part. Now, remember, when we're using oils, quality over quantity every time. Okay, so you don't need to use a whole lot. Select 3 to 5 essential oils that might smell good together, that you think might smell good together. Okay, now smell them all individually. Okay, so I picked up 3 oils just quickly, okay, before I started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just smell them. Don't just straight in with your nose, just waft it up a little bit, okay, and smell it. Now this one, I know this one is phenomenal in perfumes. It is just such a nice aroma to it, but it is one that can burn your skin. So you do need to use it in tiny, tiny amounts and dilute. So in that 5 ml bottle, I would be using maximum 1 drop. But we're going to talk about how to pick them up in a second. So that was my first one. My second one is this one. Again, I just wanted that one. I love this one. This is frankincense. So frankincense is just beautiful. And yeah, for me, straight to it. But if you're sort of debating and working out which smells you want, bring it into your space slowly and more mindfully. Okay, so that one, I do like that one. And then I know not everyone has this one, but I do. I got it last year. Okay, I have this one, beautiful rose oil. Okay, and so again, just bring it up slowly, because seriously, you can smell it from here. Okay, if you can see that, I can smell it from down here, and it is beautiful. Now, this is another one that I would probably only be using 1 or 2 drops of in a small bottle or in a 5 ml bottle. Okay, so now that I've sort of got those 3, that's all I have in handy reach. What we can do, I've smelt them all individually, and I do like the smell of them all individually. So now I can smell them all together. Now, when I smell them all together, this is my advice, okay? Put the lids, the tops level. So see how they're different size bottles? That doesn't matter. Hold them like this, okay? Now, same story, starting down here, just bring them up slowly. Oh, that is so cool. I do like that one. Okay, now you could do geranium, or you could use anything, but that's really pretty. I like that. Okay, now with that one, I do like that one. Now you can do that with, like, if you've picked 4 or 5 oils, you can start with 1 or 2. So start with 2. Okay, like that. Add a third one. Yeah, maybe try a different third one, and just keep playing with the couple of oils that you may have selected until you've picked the 3 that you want. Okay, now when I do that, the rose is the most overpowering one. So the rose, this one here, I might just drop that down a little bit so that it's not the first thing that I smell. See, now I can smell the cinnamon. Okay, I can still smell the others, but the cinnamon is definitely stronger. So maybe drop the cinnamon down and drop the rose down a little bit further. Now I'm getting the frankincense as well as the other 2. Yeah, that is pretty cool. So keep doing it till you work out which 3 you like best and what sort of, strength you want. I think we're going to talk about strength in a second, but yeah, have a play with it like that. So for that one, I know that, well, consciously, logically, I know I'm only going to use 1 or 2 drops of cinnamon. Now, when I did that, I found that to get that balance, I needed maybe a little less of the rose. Saying that, I can put 1 drop of rose, 1 drop of cinnamon, okay, and maybe 3 drops of frankincense. That's my 5 drops, okay, because if I'm doing a 5 ml bottle, that's, you may remember, that's what I like, 1 drop, 1 ml. Okay, so if I'm doing a 5 ml bottle, now remember too that this bottle will not have 5 mils of oil in it because it's got some crystals in it. Okay, so 5 drops is fine. I can still do my 5 drops. Once I've added the 5 drops, my 1 of rose, 1 cinnamon, and 3 frankincense, then I can smell it and see if it needs another drop or 2 of anything, whether it needs a little bit more rose or a little bit more cinnamon or more frankincense, or even put something else next to it like orange or mandarin or clementine or next to it, and see what you think it might need. Okay, so you can keep doing that. Write it down though. That's a always a good point. So we've already got our pen handy because we've been writing down those things, haven't we? We've written down the intention of this blend is to help with, okay, my approach to creating this blend is, and now we're going to write down the essential oils that we have selected. Okay. Oops. Next, number 4 is our recipe. What are we going to add? Okay, so once you've selected your oils, you need to smell them again and pay attention to how the aromas linger or dissipate. Okay, so if an aroma disappears quickly, we can use a little bit more. Okay, and you'll find that a lot of top note oils are the ones that dissipate quite quickly. Okay, so if you can imagine this is the complete cheats way, not 100% accurate, but gives you a great idea as to what is top, middle, and base note. Okay, because if you've done anything, if you've spoken to perfume, if you wear perfume, you know that all perfumes have top, middle, and base note. And having a top, middle, and base gives you a nice rounded perfume. So when you put even a commercial perfume on your wrist, right, if you smell it straight away, it's kind of like you get that really strong smell. But if you smell it again in about 5 minutes, you'll find that it smells quite differently. And if you smell it in about half an hour, you'll find that it's a very different smell, because the top note hits you first, the middle note sort of comes in second, and the base note is the one that holds it all together and will keep it there longer, and it is your strongest smell towards the end. So as just a really rough guide, if an aroma disappears quickly, now I'm just looking at the amount of drops there, that one's talking about probably a 10 ml bottle. Okay, so that's our bigger bottle, this size bottle. Okay, so if an aroma disappears quickly, you want maybe 5 to 8 drops. Okay, if it lingers, we want 1 to 3. And if we're not sure, maybe go somewhere in the middle, 3 to 6 drops. Okay, now with that, you could completely, like top note, which is the one that's going to dissipate quickly. Okay, you can use a few more of that. With your base note, you seriously, like, you only need 1 or 2 drops. Okay, so if you're putting in sandalwood or patchouli, you don't want that big, deep earthiness to overtake your blend, but it would be really nice to have some of it there to hold your blend. Okay, so that is step number 4, is our recipe. Step number 5 is, oops, wait, let me keep them in order. Step number 5 is take time to make your essential oil blend. So after determining the amount of drops, you can start to blend. Okay, combine all the drops you've recorded in step 4. Make sure that to put it in a glass bottle, always a good idea. Shake it gently. Now, because we're talking specifically not just an oil blend, okay, but a perfume blend, then what we want to do is we want to pop it into a little roller bottle with fractionated coconut oil, or you can put it into little spray bottles. And I didn't even think to grab those. I've actually got some ombre, so two-toned coloured spray bottles that are roughly this size as well. Okay, so you can do it as a perfume one if you prefer. And if you do it as a perfume, then this is something that you might want to look at. Okay, something like your hydrosols. I love using the rose or the neroli hydrosol as my base for perfumes as such, and even add a little bit of your witch hazel to it if you want to. Now, if you want the witch hazel or a hydrosol, a floral water, just pop me a note and let me know, because I can get hold of those for you. I now have a supplier. I'm very happy. Okay, it's been a while since I've had a supplier of those, but I'm planning on having those back in some sort of stock. Literally, pretty much let me know what you want, okay? You don't have to buy a 500 ml bottle. I'm happy to do smaller amounts of that one. Okay, now once you've done that, gently just mix it. Okay, now remember what your intention was, because that is your blend. Okay, so you want to think about your intention, and it's almost like programming your oil, your bottle, especially if you've got one with crystals in it. It's almost like you're programming it with your intention. Okay, hold it, think about it, and use it and enjoy. So something very special that you can do for yourself. But like I said, being Mother's Day, it is definitely something that you can do for mum or mother-in-law, or whoever. So it is a great way to do it, and lots of variety of bottles. How do you hold the bottles up? Okay, I'm going to have to do them one at a time again. Okay, lots of variety of bottles, 5, 10 ml, multicolored, plain ones with crystals in them. There is plenty of bottles to choose from. If you want to carry them around in your bag because you know they're glass, then you want something like this, because one, that's pretty, and this is padded. See how it's that bit thicker? So that's padded and will help protect your bottles in your bag so that they don't go everywhere. Okay, that is the Mother's Day stuff. Well, no, that's the perfumes. That's blending. Now, if you weren't making a perfume, but you were making a blend, okay, because why not? This year, I was putting, earlier on in the year, we were using On Guard, Easy Air and Oregano pretty much full on every single day, and in a variety of diffusers. So instead of walking around my house with 3 bottles and counting them out the whole time, I got an empty bottle and I mixed it up. So I blended On Guard, Easy Air and Oregano together in one bottle, so that when I walked around, I only had to do it once. So if you've been blending your oils and found a blend that you love in your diffuser, then make it up in a bottle. If your favorite blend includes frankincense, for example, I know I have a spare an empty bottle of frankincense now. So when that bottle is empty, I can then add the oils to it, and obviously I put the little stickers on it so I know what's in that bottle. But I have a bottle in my bathroom, I think, and it's got frankincense, bergamot and lime in it, and that smells unreal. So that's another one of my favorite little blends. So instead of having to make it up, come out and grab my oils every time I want to do that, I've made that blend up specifically, and so it makes it nice and easy to use. So that is Blending 101. That is our 5 steps to a perfect blend. And you know what? The perfect blend for me may not be the perfect blend for you, and that's fine. Okay? Find the blends that work for you. But I've given you a couple of tools there, or a couple of ideas on how to select the oils that you want. I mean, you can totally do the whole logic thing and go, look up the book and go, right, I need that, and use those oils. Or you can select your oils more intuitively. Pick out 3 or 4 that you're drawn to and do that little test to see which ones are going to smell good together for you today. Remembering too that everybody's reaction to smells is different. Anyway, that is blending. Now, the other thing that you will find on the website, on that More button that I showed you, is you will find these. And we've talked about these before, because I've been giving away one of these every month since January, okay, to anyone that puts in a loyalty rewards order or orders off me, I put them into a drawer, and at the end of every month, I draw it out. So, oh, help me out. Did we do April? Yeah, Cassandra. That was April, wasn't it? Okay, I've still got to get Cassandra hers. I've got it sitting there. So I think Cassandra was our April one. Okay, so these beautiful boxes, okay, these have in them, this particular one is the Melt and Pour Unicorn soaps. Okay, so inside it, it has the unicorn mold because we're making unicorn soaps. Okay, that way, unicorn mold. And then in the box, it has everything that you need to make 20 soaps, including, of course, instructions. Okay, but it's got everything. It's got the color. It does have a few oils in it. Now, the oils that are in this kit are good ones to play with. They're not good essential oils, but they will make your soaps fine. You know what? You're welcome to put your essential oils in your soap as well. Okay, but to keep the kits at an affordable price, they do come with some other ones in it. So there are soap boxes for do-it-yourself soaps. And then there is also, I have 3 in stock. Oh, this one's really heavy actually. And these are bath bomb ones. So again, everything you need to make, how many? 20 bath bombs. Okay, so it's got all your instructions, all your ingredients, and you will find those on the More button. When you go to tiatheoillady.com, click the More button and you will find those. Okay, that is class for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do have any questions, please pop them in the comments and I will get back to you. Okay, otherwise go and explore the site. If I've stuffed up anywhere, please let me know. I would really appreciate that, and we will see you next week. See ya.